global crisis, of course. We are seeing more speculation, perhaps, that the
we want to begin in Asia, where the coronavirus continues to spread in China, with the number of confirmed cases now in the country climbing above 75,000. Joining me now from Hong Kong is Stephen Engel, Bloomberg's chief North Asia correspondent. Stephen?
Well, there's a lot more confusion on those numbers coming out of China, because for the second time in about a week, China has rejigged its methodology again for how to classify confirmed cases of this coronavirus in China that has led to this now becoming a bit of a global crisis, of course. We are seeing more speculation, perhaps, that the data that we're getting is not necessarily reliable, or we're seeing a significant drop-off in the number of confirmed cases. In Hubei province, the epicenter, just 349 new cases reported overnight. Is that because of the new methodology, or do they have the containment efforts under control? That is something that is raising a lot of confusion and questions. Also, it adds to suspicion that officials in China may be prematurely promoting a narrative that they do have the situation under control. All right, this as we have gotten in South Korea, the first death there, as well as a surge in new cases, some 31 new confirmed cases in South Korea that ran through a religious sect. And also in Japan, just yesterday, 2 more deaths were reported there. Also, we're seeing the impact on the prolonged epidemic on businesses. Couple airlines putting out some guidance. Air France, KLM, saying that they could take a hit on this next report card of some $216 million US, and Qantas out of Australia saying they're cutting significantly a lot of their capacity into Asian markets.
Illness. So far, 34 coronavirus cases have been confirmed in the U.S., but there have been more than 76,000 worldwide, the vast majority in China. And overnight, there was a huge surge of cases in South Korea. More than 2,200 people around the world have died. Deborah Pata is in Tokyo, where the disease is now threatening the 2020 Olympics, which are still months away.
Good morning. Japan has been at pains to stress that the Summer Olympics will not be disrupted by the coronavirus outbreak, but they've come under fire for mismanaging the quarantine on the Diamond Princess. Japan has already invested more than $28 billion in infrastructure for the Olympics, and there's around $6 billion in sponsorship at stake. Olympic officials insist the Games will not be cancelled or postponed, but experts point out that the government doesn't have a plan B if the virus continues to spread in this country, other than to cross their fingers and hope it abates in time for the Olympics in July. Their handling of the quarantine process on the now notorious Diamond Princess has done little to restore public confidence in their crisis management ability. And the ship has become the site of the largest cluster of infections outside China. Globally, new pockets of infections have also sprung up, with the most troubling in South Korea, the majority of them linked to a church in Daegu. A woman in her 60s attended a church service before testing positive for the virus. At least 1,000 worshippers have been confined to their homes, schools have been closed, and residents have been told to avoid mass gatherings. The U.S. military base in Daegu has restricted the movement of all personnel there. There are no cases confirmed amongst the Americans, but the measures have been implemented out of an abundance of caution. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Deborah Pata, Tokyo, Japan.